Ever wondered what sexual fantasies really are about? They're simply the sexual thoughts or images that can intensify sexual arousal. It's the mind's erotica, an intimate escape into the world of desire and pleasure. Fantasies are common as daydreaming about that beach vacation or winning the lottery. In fact, a staggering 95% of people admit to having them. Why do people have them, you ask? They serve various purposes, from arousal to fulfillment of desires that reality may not allow. They're like the secret sauce to our sexual experiences, adding a bit of zest and thrill. What's fascinating is the spectrum of these fantasies. They vary wildly from person to person, reflecting our individual tastes, desires, and experiences. Some might be as simple as a romantic dinner, while others might involve more exotic scenarios. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve deeper into the world of sexual fantasies. Is fantasy just a stepping stone to reality? This is a question that often pops up when we navigate the realm of sexual fantasies. It's important to understand that fantasy and desire are not one and the same. A fantasy is an imaginative space, a mental escapade, if you will, where we can explore scenarios and situations without any constraints or repercussions. On the other hand, a desire is something we genuinely want to experience in our real lives. While some fantasies might evolve into desires, it's crucial to remember not all fantasies are meant to be transformed into reality. They can exist purely as a source of mental stimulation and nothing more. Think of fantasies as unscripted plays in the theatre of your mind. You can sit back, let your imagination run wild, and enjoy the show without any pressure to bring the plot to life. So remember, fantasy is a mental playground, not a to-do list. Are some fantasies off limits? Now let's delve into the realm of taboo fantasies. It's a territory shrouded in mystery and often misunderstanding. These are thoughts that may seem unconventional, even socially unacceptable, yet they're far more common than you might think. Taboo fantasies can range from the slightly risque to the more eyebrow-raising. Yet it's crucial to remember that they're simply a manifestation of our complex human psyche. They're a reflection of our innermost curiosities, our quest for the unknown, and our innate desire to push boundaries. Psychology suggests that these fantasies can be a form of mental escapism, a way to explore scenarios that we wouldn't necessarily want to experience in reality. They're a safe space for our minds to wander, free from judgment or consequence. So, whether you're imagining a moonlit romance with a vampire or a steamy encounter with a mysterious stranger, remember, taboo fantasies can be intriguing, but they remain just that, fantasies. Do men and women fantasize differently? Now, that's a question that sparked many a debate. As we delve into the realm of sexual fantasies, it's important to understand that these are deeply personal and unique experiences. However, research does suggest some patterns. Men, for instance, tend to fantasize more about novelty and variety, while women often weave emotional intimacy into their fantasies. But why is this so? Well, it's a tapestry woven by biology, personal experiences, and yes, sociocultural factors. Our society often encourages men to seek conquest, while women are taught to value emotional connection. This, in turn, may influence how each gender fantasizes. That being said, it's crucial to remember that these are just trends, not rules. People of all genders have a wide range of fantasies, and that's perfectly okay. After all, variety is the spice of life, isn't it? Gender may influence our fantasies, but it certainly doesn't define them. Do fantasies have a place in relationships, you ask? Well, let's dive into the heart of this question. Fantasies can indeed play an integral role in relationships. They can infuse an element of excitement and novelty, helping to keep the spark alive. Picture this. You and your partner, after years of being together, decide to share your wildest dreams. You're not just exploring new territories. You're deepening your connection, fostering trust, and enhancing your intimacy. However, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. Fantasies can sometimes bring tension, especially when they are not openly communicated or when one partner feels uncomfortable. It's like being served a flambé dessert at your favorite restaurant. It's thrilling, sure, but if you're not prepared for the flames, it can feel overwhelming. So, where does that leave us? Well, fantasies can spice up relationships, keeping them vibrant and exciting. But remember, the key ingredient here is open, honest communication. So, have the courage to share, listen, and explore. Fantasies can spice up relationships, but open communication is key. How diverse can fantasies be, you may wonder? Well, the answer is as varied as the human imagination itself. The range and diversity of fantasies are as boundless as the stars in the night sky. From the sweetly romantic to the wildly adventurous, they can be as unique as the individual who dreams them. Fantasies are not a one-size-fits-all affair. They are a beautiful tapestry woven from our experiences, desires, fears, and hopes. They reflect our unique identities, our backgrounds, our cultures, and our personal narratives. Remember, there's no such thing as a normal fantasy. Just as we celebrate the diversity of the human race, we should also embrace the diversity of our fantasies. They are a testament to our individuality, our creativity, and our capacity to dream. So let's not limit ourselves to the mundane. Remember, the world of fantasy is as diverse as we are. What's the psychology behind our fantasies? Let's dive deep into the crevices of our minds to find out. Fantasies, particularly sexual ones, are often seen as a secret garden of our psyche, a place where our deepest desires and fears reside. They can be influenced by a myriad of factors like our past experiences, our emotional state, and our personal values. For instance, a fantasy about domination could stem from a desire for control, while a fantasy about submission might reflect a longing to let go of responsibilities. There can also be an emotional response to past traumas, or a way to explore unfulfilled desires in a safe and controlled environment. Moreover, our fantasies can also reflect our psychological needs and desires. They can help us understand our own identities, desires and fears better, often acting as a mirror that reflects our deeper selves. So, next time you delve into your fantasy world, remember, it's not just about pleasure, it's also about self-discovery. Fantasies can be a window into our deeper selves. How can fantasies aid in self-exploration? The question of the hour. You see, our fantasies, whether sexual or otherwise, can serve as a window into our deepest desires and boundaries. They give us a glimpse of what we desire, what we crave, and what we're comfortable with. Just like exploring an uncharted territory, delving into our fantasies can be a thrilling adventure. It's like decoding a secret message from our subconscious, revealing to us the contours of our desires that we may not have been aware of. Consider this. Ever wondered why some fantasies give you an adrenaline rush? They might be pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone, helping you discover new aspects of your desires. On the other hand, some fantasies might make you feel uncomfortable. These are equally important as they indicate your boundaries, the lines you're not willing to cross. So, don't shy away from your fantasies. Embrace them. Explore them. They're your personal guide to self-discovery. Remember, fantasies can be a tool for self-exploration if we let them. How does pop culture influence our fantasies? Pop culture, the beating heart of our shared experiences, has a fascinating impact on our fantasies. It's a reflection of our society, but also an influencer shaping our desires and dreams. Think about it. How many of us have fantasized about being a superhero, a secret spy, or a star-crossed lover in a romantic saga? These are all narratives fed to us by pop culture. Movies, books, TV shows, music, they all create a rich tapestry of images and ideas that can fuel our imaginations. They present us with different scenarios, characters and relationships that we might not encounter in our daily lives. This exposure can broaden our perspectives, inspire new fantasies, and even challenge our preconceived notions about what is desirable or acceptable. But remember, pop culture is a blend of reality and fiction. It's a playground for the imagination, not a rulebook for real-life desires or relationships. Pop culture can shape our fantasies, but it's important to distinguish fiction from reality. Do our dreams reveal our deepest fantasies? Well, dreams, those elusive narratives spun by our subconscious minds, are often a hotbed of fantasies. When we're dreaming, our brains are free from the constraints of reality, allowing for the most extraordinary and sometimes, yes, erotic scenarios to unfold. Dreams and fantasies share a common thread. They both stem from our subconscious. They are our mind's way of exploring scenarios that we might not consciously consider. So it's not surprising that our dreams may sometimes reflect our fantasies. But here's the twist. While dreams can be influenced by our fantasies, they are not a direct reflection of them. Dreams are often symbolic, their meanings hidden beneath layers of subconscious thought. So while you might dream about an unexpected person or situation, it doesn't necessarily mean that's your secret desire. Dreams can be a playground for our fantasies, but interpreting them is a tricky business. Ever considered bringing your fantasies to life through role play? Now, this might sound like a line straight out of a Hollywood flick, but it's a legitimate question to ask when delving deep into the realm of sexual fantasies. Fantasy role play is a fascinating concept. It's about giving form and substance to those secret desires that often stay hidden in the corners of our minds. It's about dressing up as a character, playing out a scene, or just letting loose and exploring the unknown territories of desire. But here's the thing. Roleplay is not about becoming someone else entirely. It's about exploring different facets of your own personality, your own desires, in a safe and consensual environment. It's about understanding and embracing what turns you on, what excites you, and what makes you, well, you. Remember, roleplay is not a free pass to disrespect or violate boundaries. It's a sophisticated dance of desires where communication and consent are the music that guides your steps. Roleplay can be a fun way to explore fantasies, but always remember the importance of consent and communication. Enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like buttons. This small little click of yours can make a big difference to our channel. It not only helps us grow, but it also tells us that you're enjoying our deep dives into such fascinating topics. So, if you want to keep exploring the labyrinth of human desires and behaviors with us, do make sure to press those two buttons. Now, let's continue our exploration. Ever wondered what the future holds for our fantasies? As we move forward, societal changes and technological advancements could reshape our fantasies in intriguing ways. Let's take a moment to envision this. Imagine a society where taboos are fewer and acceptance is broader. This could inspire a greater diversity in fantasies, with more people feeling free to explore their unique desires. Now, consider the role of technology. Virtual reality, artificial intelligence, these aren't just the stuff of sci-fi films anymore. They are becoming integral parts of our lives. In the realm of fantasies, they could open up unprecedented possibilities. Virtual reality could allow us to live out our fantasies in striking detail, while artificial intelligence could create experiences tailored to our deepest desires. However, while these are fascinating to ponder, it's essential to remember that our fantasies are as individual as we are. They are shaped by our experiences, our emotions, and our unique perspectives. The future of fantasies is as unpredictable as our imaginations. So what have we learned about sexual fantasies? Quite a lot, actually. We've shattered some misconceptions, debunked a few myths, and dived deep into the fascinating world of human desire and behavior. We've seen that fantasies are not the same as reality. They are a safe space for our minds to explore, without judgment or repercussion. We've discovered that there's a wide spectrum of fantasies, some a bit taboo, but all part of the human experience. We've also understood that fantasies are not confined by gender, and they play a significant role in relationships, offering a window to our innermost desires. We've underscored the importance of embracing diversity in fantasies and the psychological roots that they spring from. We've realized that fantasies are a form of self-exploration, reflected in pop culture, our dreams, and even through role play. And lastly, we've looked towards the future, where fantasies continue to evolve with us. Remember, fantasies are a normal part of human sexuality. Embrace them, explore them, but always respect boundaries. That's all for today, folks. We've debunked myths, prodded taboos, and plunged deep into the fascinating world of fantasies. Remember, comprehending our desires and fantasies is a crucial part of understanding ourselves. It's all about being open-minded, accepting, and valuing diversity. So, continue the conversation, ask questions, and keep learning. Your understanding and acceptance can help make the world a more inclusive place. Stay curious, stay open-minded, and until next time, Cheers.
Savored this video? Fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.